What's going on, everybody? KSA Kris here, Real Estate Blitz, and today I want to talk about something because it's a question that keeps getting asked to me pretty often, and I keep getting asked, why do you wake up so early? And I'm sure, I know it sounds almost ridiculous to talk about it because I don't want to insult your intelligence. A lot of agents know, or you've read, or you've heard a podcast, or you've seen something. You should wake up early. And, I was the same guy. I had heard about it, I had read about it. I'd been told you should wake up early. I'd heard all the benefits. And, I'm not going to insult your intelligence on why you should wake up early. I'm going to talk about why I wake up early now. So I started listening and reading, and I consume a lot of information, and every time it said wake up early, and I had a specific time that I like to wake up because I used to say, well, that's when my body's best and when I'm going to get my most productive time, and it's true. I have a very productive period of time early in the morning, but it's not early. So I said, I'm going to try it out. I'm going to start waking up earlier. And now I wake up pretty freaking early. I'm either up at 4:30 in the morning, but I'm never up no later than 5 a.m. At the latest. But I usually try to be up by 4:30, and it has been one of the most amazing things I've done. Probably in my business. Now that I think about it, I hadn't even thought about it that way. But I mean, it's been a huge impact into what I'm doing. So here's what I have been doing with my time. First of all, so let me stop. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with my time after why it's been a big life changing thing for me. When I get up early, it took me 2 weeks to get used to it. Which I gotta admit, it sucked for 2 weeks. It was awful, okay? But I got used to it. Now it's almost like I just wake up. In fact, if I don't set my alarm on the weekends, I still just wake up. And it got to a point where, I am able to get so much done. I have no kids, and I don't know if you have a family, but I don't have the kids. I am thinking pretty clearly. I'm not in a rush for anything. I can kind of do things at my speed, at my pace. I don't feel like I'm under the freaking gun. I'm not waking up in a panic. And I think that was always the big one for me. Even when I was in the Marine Corps, I'd wake up just before I had to be somewhere, and I woke up in a panic. Like, oh, I got to hurry up, throw on my clothes. I got to do this. I got to do that. I don't feel panicked. In fact, by the time I actually get to work, I'm way calm. I'm pretty chill. I've actually, and this is the big one. I actually get more. I get so much done in the morning now that if I wanted to, I could usually end my day by about 10 o'clock. I can usually end my day by 10 a.m. All the stuff that typically would take me all day long, I get so much done in the morning that I could be done by 10 a.m. if I wanted to. So I actually I'm attacking on hours of extra work any given day that I could get done. Or typically what I've been doing is when the kids get off of school, I say, you know what? I'm just going to hang out with the kids because that's what's really important to me right now. So waking up early has been huge. It's had a major impact, and that's one of the big things I really enjoy about waking up early. So this is what I've been doing. In my schedule, it's been changing and shifting quite a bit. It just depends on what I need to do within my business. But lately, I've been sitting down and spending a lot of time on creative writing. I'm writing a lot of ebooks for our team that are in depth, deep dive ebooks for our team on very specific niche topics, so I can give them more content. And then once I'm done with these ebooks, I'm creating a video series to these ebooks and an audio book for each one of these ebooks for our team. So that's one of the major things I'm accomplishing first thing in the morning. And I sit down and I'm time blocking roughly an hour to an hour and a half every day just for that. Um, it gives me a chance to sit down and do critical listening or learning. So I'm sitting down and I'm listening to a lot of books, or I'm sitting down and reading books. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm building an extra time, and I do anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour of that every morning. I actually sit down and I spend about 30 minutes just to myself, and that's just in meditation. I sit down and just like start the day calmly. mindfully. And I've done videos on meditation in the past. I'm a huge fan of it. I used to think it was stupid, and I used to think it was just the dumbest thing ever, and only really weird people that believed in chakras and stuff did meditation. That's not true. Meditation, I think, is for everybody. I'm a big fan of it. And then one of the big things, so right next to me, which you can't see, is my fireplace, and I have a chair that's sitting. Actually, this chair right here sits right in front of the fireplace, and I usually will sit down and I spend about 20 to 30 minutes of just like actually relaxing. So I sit down and relax. I like to play solitaire, or it's different variation of solitaire. But I like to spend 20 minutes just playing solitaire to start the day with a win, and it's something that I enjoy to do for me personally. But then I get to sit down, I create my to-do list, which is pretty in depth. I have my to-do list ready. I break down my day and I look through my calendar, and I either adjust or create time blocks for my entire day, so I ensure that I'm extremely productive every minute of the day. And then I look at what tasks I have to get complete, or that I had started but never finished. And I get all this done, and then I roll right into knocking down really the stuff I can prep for the day, like my social media marketing and all that other stuff, and also, YouTube, things like that. I prep all that stuff in the morning, and then I schedule it to actually post for me, so I don't have to think about it or ruin it in time block later on during the day. So during the day, when people are up and working, whether it's clients, potential clients, past clients, anything like that, or our agents, which I spend a lot of time working with our agents, that's when I can actually work with them. I'm not doing all the other stuff. All the other stuff, which is freaking extremely important, gets done before I even sit down and start focusing on people. So I get to spend a majority of my day dealing with people. And I hear it all the time from a lot of agents. They go, "Oh man, I'm struggling to prospect," and I call it bouncing off. I'm struggling to prospect and getting new clients because I'm spending so much time and energy with these other clients, and doing paperwork and dealing with transactions. Well, guess what? You can knock down a majority of that stuff first thing in the freaking morning. Get it all done. Get it out of the way, so then you can sit down and either. And most of my prospecting is done in the morning, all the digital means, but then I can actually focus on people, so I can actually do my cold calling. Anything that I physically need to communicate with somebody, I can do that during the day. So it's pretty amazing. It's changed my life. I'm a huge fan of it. If you're trying to get over the hurdle, or if you're wondering, should I start waking up earlier? I'm here to tell you, you absolutely should. You should start waking up earlier. It's been really, really cool for me. I'm a big fan. And I'm actually reading a book right now, which I'm sure some of you have read, talking about the miracle morning. I'm getting into it, and I'm like, man, how can I? And the big reason why is because I started this on my own. Now I'm like, okay, well, crap, if I'm finding these types of returns when I just did this on my own, what if I actually educated myself on how to really have a miracle morning? How much more productive could I be? So it's huge. You should check it out. So like I said, it's about like 10 o'clock right now. And technically, if I wanted to be done with my day, I could already be done with my day right now. Um, but I'm not. I'm gonna use the time to really call around to all of our agents. I'm gonna use the time to do some follow-ups. I got 5 different listings I'm trying to get hot on the market. So I'm following up with those people to see when they want to go on the market. If they have any other questions, etc. And then I get to spend more time with my kids. That's what I really love personally. But here's the thing: if you don't have kids, maybe you got hobbies. I like to spend a lot of the extra time. I jump on my motorcycle. I like to go ride my motorcycle. So sometimes in between, it's like, man, I got all this stuff accomplished. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty saying, in between, I dropped off my kids. I got to pick up my kids at 2:30. So you know what? I'm going to go jump on the bike for 1 or 2 hours. I'm just going to go ride my motorcycle for a little bit. I don't feel guilty because I've accomplished so much, and our business is doing so great. And I actually accomplish more in my mornings than most people accomplish all freaking day. So I'll take it. That's all I got. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hopefully you take my advice and you start waking up a little bit earlier, and you start doing more great things in your business. That's all I got today. Appreciate you. Hey, do me a favor before I stop this thing. Like, share, and comment. It's really important. I love the comments. I always enjoy reading what people are writing. I love input. If you're doing something that is helping you wake up earlier, if you're doing something that is really productive for your morning routines, oh man, I'd love to hear it. Post a comment. I'm trying to learn as well. I'm always trying to get better, right? Let's help each other. And if you're watching this video and you've watched multiple videos, if you watch more than 2 through my videos, please subscribe. You got to subscribe. It actually helps motivate me to do this. And then on top of that, not that recently, but recently, I used to get people asking me all the time, do you sell products? Are you selling coaching? And I don't do any of that. I don't view myself as a guru. I run a business. I'm a business guy. I started these videos because I wanted to help my team actually get more from me without me physically having to rehash the same thing over and over and over. So I started doing these videos. It turned out that these videos are watched by hundreds of thousands of people on YouTube, and YouTube now pays me. So the more subscribers I get, the more views I get. Hopefully I keep putting out really good content and information that you really like. And here's the thing, I'm not putting out content to pander or to sell you a product. I'm putting out content that actually is working for me, and hopefully and I get phone calls every freaking week from people all over the country saying they watched some video that helped them. So if it is helping you, if you've watched more than a couple videos, subscribe to the channel. And it turns out I do get paid a little. I get paid a little bit of cash for doing this now, which is really cool because YouTube, with the advertisements and stuff, gives me a little bit of cash. So I never planned on using this to make money. It was never my intent. But I'm making a little bit of cash, and it's because apparently people like you like watching what I'm doing. So do me a favor, subscribe. That's all I got. All right, thanks again. Appreciate you. Talk to you later. Bye.